Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Manassas campaign for you. Before I show the maps, if you are playing the game and you live stream your perspective or uploaded your perspective of the game onto YouTube, please share a link with me on the Discord or in the comment section and I'll add it to the pinned comment of the video. So if you want to show your POV and your group off, just let me know there. But our maps for tonight, we first have the Alexander Farm, followed up by the South Woodlot. Before we get into the match, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So, our regiments for today, on the CSA side, you have I Corps, Missouri State Guard, 10th Tennessee, 2 Corps, Colquitt's Brigade, Schleswig Brigade, 30th North Carolina, and on the Union side, you got Corn Brigade, Iron Brigade, Pennsylvania Army, 5th New Hampshire, 12th Virginia, and 3 Corps. I will note 5th New Hampshire bounced from the Union side to the CSA side to help out with numbers there, so appreciative of that. And our server pop for tonight, it is 287, and the Union right now is up by 1. Artillery-wise, Union taking 13. That is really surprising. CSA taking 11. So our infantry imbalance right now is 3 in favor of the CSA side. Frontline reporters for today. On our Union side, you got Seasoning from the 12th Virginia, and on the opposite side, you got Archer from the 6th Louisiana. Appreciate these guys so we can see what's going on the ground while also seeing what is going on in the sky. So, Alexander Farm, this map, at least from what I've seen, it's kind of been biased towards the CSA side, and sure, the attackers have more tickets, but the defenders have the better weaponry. Union on this map can either go far left side, which you can see they got a good size of their team over here, and they can push up into these wood lines. And the reason why they want to push over here is because all this is open field here, and they can push this right side, but you still have some open field here. So this left side here is the most secure. However, you do see some Union units sitting back here. Iron Brigade, 2nd Wisconsin, and PA are back there. Union artillery is here. I think they have another battery up here, which is probably why they have so many over here. And it looks like they're trying to move those to get those in a better position. So don't necessarily know the taking advantage of the attackers. We know they do have an advantage. And in the recent update, developers gave the defending side 7.5% more tickets on this map. So on this map, the Union attack, they've got the 9th New York with the Springfield 61, and they also have the 6th Wisconsin with the Lorenz and the Springfield 61. CSA, on the other hand, they've got the 1st Louisiana with the Mississippi, so very good at shooting one of the more accurate weapons in this game. And they also have the 1st Texas with the option of the Springfield 55, but more importantly, Springfield 42, the buck and ball shotguns. So CSA defensive line here, looks like you got banners here on the right side with 5th and C and 2 Corps to their left. And then further left, you got I Corps with some CSA artillerymen. 5th VA, part of 2 Corps holding down the center with 10th Tennessee MSG. Got a good chunk of artillerymen there. And then holding down the far CSA left, you have CQB, and then 5th New Hampshire is holding that far side. Meanwhile, Union, on the other hand, they have pushed kind of far forward. CSA traditionally defend the wood line pretty hard, so I wonder if they're trying to lure Union into a position, even though there is the snake fence and cover, right? If they lure them out, you can see CSA is kind of hitting them from numerous different directions and kind of in this pincer right now. You got JD, Corn Brigade, I see some 12th VA as well. Further back, you got 15th Alabama with, I don't know, 1st Delaware is in here.
They're coming behind us.
And that's, a little surprise. There might not be helpful for tickets, but, definitely a good surprise. Glad they didn't really yell. Looks like some 12th V artillerymen there. We'll note, 1st Delaware, it's their 5th year anniversary. Congratulations to them, by the way, as of today. 12th VA and Corn Brigade are charging in. I don't know why they're going in on their own. I mean, they're killing some artillerymen, that's for sure, but they're just going to get wiped out. So, I Corps guys are going to at least push them out entirely. 10th Tennessee is going into collapsing as well. Meanwhile, you got JD repositioning to the center with some of their guys, and now you got Iron Brigade, 2nd Wisconsin. 2nd Wisconsin actually has a lot of guys. PA as well. So they're now shifting up to the fight. I wonder if Union's trying to draw all the CSA over here and then use Iron Brigade to kind of shift around. At least that's why you would assume they'd be sitting back for the first, 6-some minutes of the game. I don't know why else they would be sitting back here other than to do that. If I remember right, let me just read this to confirm.
Red flag moving right, southwest, west.
Where is it?
A6, I'm going to move to the far right to make sure that Kevin is up on our side.
So, according to a ping for tonight, I don't know too much of the campaign, but apparently tonight might have a quick resolution to the campaign with possible fun rounds after. Now, I don't know if South Woodlot would be considered the fun round or the actual round. I guess I can ask maybe midway through, but at least this round's for the campaign.
They're trying to get their army online. If they hit us bunched up, they're gonna fuck us up.
So, we started off the Union flag retreating there. We started off here, Union's down a little bit on tickets, down about a fourth of a stage. CSA's starting to drop through battle ready. But this is just kind of the thing. I think CSA's kind of holding back. They got the Mississippis that they're using pretty effectively, I would say. And then they've got the buck and ball units with those shotguns as well, doing great things. So it's overall a difficult map for Union. I'm surprised that developers gave more tickets to the CSA side. That does not really make sense to me anyways. I just don't see it. And, that's the thing, right? We don't know. The thing is that they've mentioned data numerous times for the reasons why they make certain decisions. Like, they argued that we didn't need new campaign maps because, according to their data, people won't play another wheat field, another cornfield, another dirt hill. That's what they say. So they say their data, right? And one of the things they talked about in terms of data was the new company tool they were working on, which is supposed to keep track of every War of Rights match played ever. And it'll allow them to help balance maps, change boundaries, and whatnot based on that. Now, they didn't release the company tool with the recent update, which is what I would have assumed, right? Because they talked about keeping track of every War of Rights map, fixing the ticket balances, right? And you would think if they did an update with the ticket balance fixes, they would have had the company tool released as well. And maybe they have this tool up and running partially behind the scenes. Who knows, right? They're not overly transparent about what they're doing. And the issue, though, while it's a very good thing, I think, to keep track of all the War of Rights data, the hard part about it is that there's not enough of a player base for that data set to be enough to for sure know if a map needs to be balanced one way or another. And the big thing with that, right, is we only see one individual War of Rights map maybe once, twice, rarely 3 times a week with all the events and public matches played. And the thing is that when you collect data about a War of Rights match, right, you can collect, like the amount of kills on each side, information on a line, skirmishing deaths, you can capture who won by how much, right, the time that certain things happen, sure. But a lot of the times the strategy of a round can heavily impact the result. And I don't know if data can necessarily keep track of that. And maybe they have the after-action report videos for all the rounds they do, but I highly doubt they would go through and watch every single one for a match. Maybe they do, but it just seems like it'd be very difficult to ticket balance some of these maps. And so, there's like this map, for example. I'm surprised CSA got some tickets on this map, considering they have the advantage with buck and ball. Who knows, right? That's the thing. It's really hard to balance this game in the first place because, you can get 50-player pops all the way to 400 now, and the games play completely different depending on the server pop. So, hopefully, though, in time, we can get pretty dang good balanced maps. First, Delaware's doing a little end around again. They're just trying to be sneaky. This is generally not a good idea for a defender, just because, again, you're going to be losing tickets. You have less tickets overall, but they're up by a lot of tickets, so this doesn't hurt.
To the right, to the right, to the right. Yeah, you're dead now,
So, first Delaware gets a couple kills, about to go down. Union pushing forward again. CSA also crunching in. I-Corps shifting up, trying to put a little pincer 15th Alabama looks like they're charging in.
Hey, boys, howdy.
But is anyone reinforcing 15th? JD is now moving up.
Come on, boys, let's get her
Union needs to charge right in. You can't sit around and get into this close range shootout against Buck and Ball. You're not going to win. I-Core is going to collapse in on the side here. You got a lot more Union moving in now. 30th and 12th VA as well.
Guys, hold. Guys, hold and shoot. Hold and shoot. Just hold this position, guys. Hold. Sorry. Oh my God, Nitro. All right, guys, hold.
Watch the right, watch the right.
So the charge is... Oh,
Hold.
I mean, Union is holding. All things considered, CSA halfway through battle ready. Union's about to drop to engage. You got more CSA now rolling up the side here. Sussy is kind of collapsing in now.
Protect the flags. Flags, get out of here. Flags, get out of here.
Union is still here. Flag still up. That's good for Union anyways.
Alright, guys, hold. Just shoot.
And CSA is kind of almost surrounding him here. Union flags back off. Not a bad idea there. And now 5th NC banners going in. So CSA is going to throw Union off. Not terribly surprising there. Oh. Oh, missed the stab. And there he goes. So Union will at least conserve their flags. That's a good thing to see. Flag discipline's important, especially for a map that's difficult. But yeah, Union. The problem for Union is they've got to find a way to get a ticket lead. Now, how do you find a ticket lead? You got to defeat CSA in detail. The issue for the Union is CSA, for the most part, is sticking together. They're playing together, which is good to see just from a CSA defensive standpoint. They also got the buck and ball. But yeah, another thing for the Union as well is I don't understand what PA, 2nd Wisconsin, and Iron Brigade are doing over here. I don't understand what they're doing. They haven't done anything over here this whole time. Sure, they're shooting it off with some CSA. They're keeping some CSA over here. CSA were already going to stay there, though. But they aren't doing anything. Like, why are they reforming back here? The issue for Union is that they've got to have some sort of numbers or ticket advantage to at least make this match close. And Union doesn't have either of those things right now. So...
Damn night float in. You on shit. Dude, it's fucking... I hate the fucking SWAT uniform. That shit is straight Union, bro.
So both sides going to kind of reset here. Generally, as an attacker, you want to get the... If you at least want to play at a consistently slow rate, right? You need to hit the defender down to engage by the 30-minute mark. And obviously, Union's hit engage, not CSA. So attacker's not in a great spot. You can be down tickets as an attacker, of course. But you don't want to be down by like a third to a half morale stage, which we're already starting to get there. And if we're already here at this early stage in the round, it's probably going to get worse. So first Delaware's going out again. Again, this is funny, but... Who's better, first Delaware or PA? Oh, PA's missing shots.
Nice.
And Cross Guy's gonna make it out. First Delaware with a sweep. You can't miss those shots there. But, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? CSA just has the innate advantage overall. And they just have better weaponry. And then you have the point, which is not on Knight there. It is right here. And so the point is entrenched in the CSA defensive line. This isn't like Hill's counterattack where the defensive line is behind the point of capture. And the attackers can play, you know, an interesting game of chess. However, I really think... I almost wonder what would happen to this map if the point was moved over to this open field here. I wonder if CSA would just hold back or if they would play really aggressively up here. with the innate advantage that CSA has on this map, I think you got to move that point up into the open field or give Union more tickets. You can't give CSA more tickets. That's one option you can't have. So, Iron Brigade, 2nd Wisconsin Pierre pushing back up. They're not doing anything. That's the thing, right? They're doing something, but they're not doing anything. What is a shootout? Or are they actually going to charge? Well, this is good. This is doing something.
Let's go.
As attackers have to realize they're starting to run low on time. There's 27 minutes. That's a long time, but it took you... I mean, it's been 18 minutes and you haven't knocked the CSA down the first stage, right?
Pull back, break that load and get out of here.
You got to knock them down 2 or... after you hit them down to engage the defender's next stage, you got to knock them down 2 more just to be able to cap the point, and then if you knock them a 3rd one down, you can wipe them. But I mean, at this rate, the defenders aren't even going to hit breaking. So, you know, attackers have to pick up the pace, and that's the issue, right? Is that the Union side... The Union side, they have to play aggressive, right? They're running out of time, so they have to charge in. But every time they charge in and get close, they're just going to get overwhelmed by buck and ball. It's a hard situation to play. And, again, this is kind of absurd to see the defenders being given 7.5% more tickets. Now, I haven't told Union's won this map before while I wasn't watching. And I don't see how you could lose this map as CSA unless you play really, really bad. And, like, spread out, lose flags, right? You have to play really badly as CSA. So, and I mean, who knows? But we see what we see and we go off of that. So Union's starting to shift sides of the battlefield, which we'll see how quick they want to move on this. Whenever you're attacking and you're shifting around, you got to move fast. You can only sprint for a certain amount of time, and then you have to double quick or quick time. But the longer you take to do something as an attacker, it gives the defenders more time to react, respond, and do what they want. And sure, sometimes the defenders just respond perfectly right away. They see what's going on and respond. Sure, that happens. But if the defenders are ever slow and the attackers get an edge, you know, maybe things could change. So if the Union team is trying to group up and hit this CSA left side before they can get reinforced, which it looks like CSA is now starting to move guys over this way a little bit, Union's got to go in. They can't just sit and shoot this out. Sure, there's also an element to, if you're attacking, right, you want to make sure your team is grouped up, obviously, right? You don't want to go in piecemeal. But you got to strike some kind of balance there. Because now, look at what happened here, right? CSA's realized Union's pushed up here, and CQB and MSG guys, sometimes Tennessee as well, have instantly fallen back. And by this point, the CSA reinforcements that started moving have now arrived. So, again, it's just a matter of time. Sure, maybe if Union just went up and over. But look at that. Union team grouped up and they're going up and over, and they're still very spread out. And 5th New Hampshire is the only CSA group that stayed up, and they're going to die.
Sorry.
So, I mean, hey, every little tickets are going to help the Union out here. But it's actually quite impressive that CSA hasn't hit engaged yet. That's partially the... I mean, Union hasn't really been aggressive as a team. They've had moments. Nothing crazy. So, CSA got a nice defensive spot. It's slightly deflated here.
Tennessee, check when ready, boys. Check when ready. Fix that fucking line. Let me know when y'all are ready. Tennessee's straight out there, boys. Straight north. Y'all can see their fucking white gators on the crest of the hill.
And so Union has just gone back to sitting and shooting. They're still moving guys up from the corn. Like, why are there guys back there? What are you doing for your team? That's the thing, right? Is in a battle, right? You can win individual things or do things fine, but if you're not contributing to the larger thing at hand, you're just wasting time. It's like football, you know? If you just run the ball up the middle and the defense stops and you just keep doing it, it's like you're just wasting plays. Union is wasting time right now. And sure, right, it's going to be difficult to charge in, but they're going to have to do it at some point because they have to get CSA down. They either have to hurley cap or charge, which, again, this just kind of leads to either... I mean, Union's not... You get why Union's not charging. This is just... It feels more like this is just unfortunate map situation for the Union side.
He broke the seal.
It's like, why would you give the defenders more tickets here? So, Union's gonna have to charge at some point. It's an inevitability. But I mean, seriously, what? I seriously wish I could have been in coordination because I don't know what Second Wisconsin has been doing here the whole time. The problem is when you keep a group back like this, the whole Union team, if they ever do decide to charge in, they're down, 15, 20 guys. And impressive you guys are bringing a lot, but or 10 to 15 rather. But it's impressive they're bringing a lot, but 10, 15 guys can really sway the tide of battle. So, it's just surprising to see that, especially when the Union team pushed up over there. Maybe they were distractions, or there were CSA kept over here, but CSA were kind of already positioned there and they weren't moving even before these guys rolled up. Because remember, they sat back for like 6 or so minutes and then came up. That whole time before they even showed up, CSA just sat here. So you could call it a distraction, but it'd be a stretch. So, and the unfortunate thing too is you can see my spectator camera is the out of bounds for both teams. So if both teams are out of bounds at a certain spot, it's out of bounds for me. The reason why I clarify it like that is because the CSA spawn back here, Union can't reach back here, but CSA can't, so it's in bounds for me. Reason why I say that is because Union can't flank in the woods over here either. It's out of bounds. However, as we can see with 5th New Hampshire and CQB, they're in bounds. It's like they give CSA this whole wood line here, and they don't give Union anything over here. So Union does have to run out of bounds if they want to do something. They get 30 seconds out. Is this in bounds? No, it's out of bounds. But they get 30 seconds to run out, take a shot, and the thing is that this thing is in the middle of your screen where you're trying to aim too. So this is not that great of a map, and this recent update did not help at all. You either got to move the point, give Union a lot more tickets, or expand the boundaries so at least Union can attempt to go from this side. Because a lot of the good war rights maps give the attackers 2 to 3 good avenues of attack, or at least reasonable. It's not always going to be reasonable, but usually it's the flanks of the map, but you got to give something. Kidding me? I usually spawn on the attacker side so we don't get this pop-up, but first Delaware be doing first Delaware things. 20 minutes left, and Union's now starting to push up. CSA is still... Wow. It took the Union 25 minutes to hit CSA down one morale stage. That's insane. That CSA's not even going to drop the taking losses at this rate. JD's charging out to the right. And CSA just falls back pretty quickly. 5th New Hampshire just trying to get out of there. Union has pushed up here and they're engaged in a firefight. Slightly deflated here. So, I mean, they're just popping shots, which again, the CSA Buck and Ball and Mississippi's are doing great. What are you doing back here still? And then shifting on the far left, 15th Alabama. That's the thing, right? Is just zooming out here. The CSA defensive line it can defend the whole width of the map. And CSA stayed like that. Union's not doing themselves any favors by splitting up and doing maneuvers like these. They're maybe thinking, oh, we're going to draw CSA out and distract them. But if you just look at that, I mean, I don't know if Union can see the whole CSA defensive line, but at least you can get an idea. I mean, when you're over here, you should be able to zoom in and at least see a CSA flag or a soldier or two moving. You definitely know CSA's over on the right side and you're shooting at each other. The officers can communicate in the text chat. It's a lot harder to do than like a Steam chat, but still. You should be able to figure out where the defenders is. Union's not doing any favors spreading out like this. Union has to overcome the advantage of the weaponry on this map. They got to group up and hit one of the sides quickly. But they're doing all these cute maneuvers, and that just doesn't work. War of Rights, most of the time, comes down to numbers and buck and ball. So, and I mean, CSA, they haven't had to do much this round. I haven't really talked about them. They just haven't had to do much. They've had very simple tasks, and they've been doing them well. So, you can still lose a map if you have a huge advantage But you know, that's the unfortunate thing is I think some of the maps in the game, it feels like the outcome's predetermined before you play it. So it's like Rivers Crossing. It was a heavily Union biased map. It took CSA all 45 minutes to get Union down to breaking most of the time. But yet the developers gave the Union 7.5% more tickets on that map. Garland Stand. Similar situation. Union as the attackers they can maybe get CSA down to breaking, but by the time they hit them to breaking, they're going to be in final push. And yet they gave the defenders 7.5 or to 7.5% more tickets. I don't remember the amount. So, and of course, some of the ticket balances were pretty good. Washington Street, I thought, was a fair balance of it was like 5% more to the defenders. That was a great change. Don't get me wrong, there's some good changes, but some of them are pretty bad. So 15th Alabama, look at this is what they've done. They ran all the way around over here, then cut back through the open field, showed up here for a second, maybe took a shot, and then immediately fallen back. That's like 5 minutes gone. And 2nd Wisconsin is still back there. I don't know what they're doing. Again, it's a rough map for Union. You have to play perfect, but Union's not even playing close to like that.
Center mass, fire on the downswing.
I'll still miss because I can't see him. Man, our game just keeps getting absolutely fucked.
So Union's now pushing up center. 15th Alabama is pushing up the left side. 12th VA and PA going this way. It's like this, right? 12th VA trying to be a little aggressive. I like it. CSA responding accordingly, collapsing their line in to defend that, right? The Union groups over here need to push up at the same time. The problem is when Union only goes in group by group, you're just going to be picked apart in detail. Again, numbers is a lot of the game, but when CSA has good weapons as they do, Union's got to get more than CSA in terms of numbers. They're just not. They're obviously communicating through text chat can be difficult at times, but even if you don't see text chat, if you see your friendlies going in, which maybe they're not focused on them, who knows. Anyways, CB, JD now charging up. Or CB's taking shots, JD's going in. Now CB's going to go in.
Running left.
Come here, buddy.
Won't you die? It's an officer. Hold the line. Beautiful. Hold the line.
Nice shooting, boys. Nice shooting.
Steady, boys. Stand. Stand to Carolina. This is our
Good
moment.
shooting, Chungus.
In the bush in front. In the bush in front.
So, multitude of groups there. 38th North Carolina, one of them held that. Looks like he had some charging out on the fence line as well. 12th PA trying to push forward, but 10th Tennessee and MSG hold that off. CSA might try to gamble, get a flag. Oh, why is the flag running forward? Meanwhile, Union group up again and do a little second assault here. JD's going in.
There's more coming left. 30th, quickly on this line.
On the line.
They're coming from over here.
Being beat to death. I'm being beat.
30th on the line. On the line.
And that was pretty short-lived. So, oh my goodness. It's like, if, I feel like I'm critiquing a little too hard here. But, obviously it's a lot harder on the ground than actually being up here, right, and just armchair generaling. But, I really wonder what the communication is going on down here, because if they communicate when they're charging and whatnot, it's unfortunate, right? Because I don't know how many CSA on this left side. I don't know if any went over there and reinforced, but I don't think so. So maybe that point's invalid. It's like Union's only sending smaller forces forward, trying to break through. It's don't get me wrong. Again, really difficult map for Union. Really difficult.
What's in front of us? What's in front of us?
I would not be opposed to the argument that Union can't win this map, especially with defenders being given more tickets. However,
Where's 30th? Where's my boys? They're right here. Good, 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 good.
You're here.
I never thought I'd die fighting side by side with a Frenchman, but I'll do it, Cajun.
Shoot those fuckers, boys. Shoot those fuckers. Come on.
Keep up the 30th. Keep shooting.
So you got a nice little crossfire here. 5th New Hampshire. Just getting shots there. Union's inching forward on the CSA right. CSA's already here.
Check fire.
So-
Friendly's in front.
First, Delaware doing a little pacer test here, running forward and back. I think they tried to do what they were doing earlier, but there's a little Union group there.
I just know 3/4 of that enemy team must be pissed. I'm sorry.
Are you protecting me, Hunchell?
Man, can you imagine, Griefer, if we had shot?
Some of these in-game text chats. How did the fall of Constantinople affect LeBron's legacy? Also, someone asked, is this battle affecting the, what was it? Someone said something along the lines of, how does this battle affect the white-tailed population? Good stuff. So, Union's just kind of sitting. This clock's going to run to 0, and this game's going to be over. I mean, what? CSA's, Union's, I will say, Union has picked up the pace in terms of ticket loss on CSA, which is good to see. Obviously, they've been more aggressive. But, let's see. See, the unfortunate part is next round Union defends, but South Woodlot is a heavily CSA biased map. I feel bad for the Union team tonight. Of course, we'll see what happens though. You never know. That's why you play the game, right? Speaking of.
Guess start scaling it up. Start scaling it up.
Ah. Just wondering when the
Alright, boys, move up, move up, move up.
wondering when the NBA Finals Game 7 was. My thought just came back into my mind. Not that I'm too big of a fan of basketball. But it's interesting. Playoffs are always fun to watch. So, Union pushing up. I mean,
It's very immersive.
Unions took 25 minutes to hit CSA down one morale stage. And then it's going to take them probably 12-13 minutes for the next one. So they definitely picked up the pace. Let me see. When did the Union... I guess, what was the Union when CSA hit engaged? So Union was a little less, or a little over halfway through engaged. So they had a little bit of tickets in engaged. So they've gone down about a whole morale stage in the same time that the CSA has gone down like 7th, 8th of the morale stage. So CSA is still keeping pace. Union's playing a lot better. But I don't know if Union's got enough time, really. It's been 11 minutes so far since they hit CSA and engaged, and a little less than 11 minutes on the black timer. So Union pushing forward again. A multitude of groups here, fighting in a bush. If you don't like the amount of bushes making it difficult to see what's going on, you will not like next map. Yeah. So, CSA is about to be pushed into taking losses.
Who else wants it? Come here, Yankee.
Watch
Come
out,
here,
bro.
Yankee.
You look like a fucking Union dude. I'm sick of this.
Come here, Thunk. Rebel. Thunk. Thunk.
Man, on the bottom right side, he does not know who to shoot.
I just killed like fucking 4 Yankees.
Is that not a Yank? Oh, it's a CSA guy. What the heck?
There's still more over to the left. Hey,
There's a guy right next to you. Oh my goodness. Hey, it happens, it happens, it happens. CSA hold that. 8 minutes on the clock. It's not looking great. So CSA do hit taking losses, so 12-minute pace for Union there. They gotta tape up the pace to the max, though. The issue is, again, is Union's on a whole morale stage at this point. It's like you increase aggressiveness, but lose more tickets. It's a balance, but this map is ridiculously hard on that balance. So CSA does have some of their guys fall back here a little bit. 5th NC, it looks like they were just reinforcing for the meantime. Meanwhile, 12th VA and 15th Alabama are pushing forward, kind of getting into a shootout. If you're going to be here, might as well go stay on point if you can. Try to capture it to at least stop the black timer and give yourself a little more time. 12th VA is getting completely shot up, though. 15th Alabama moved towards the center. Meanwhile, far Union left. 2nd Wisconsin finally getting into some action here, charging in. And Buck and Ball shreds them before they even get to the line. Unfortunate. I think you're good, Zapstar. You got plenty. So Union hit breaking now.
Nothing like this simulation 5. I'll get the next one. Oh my god, that was horrible. I'm okay though.
It's still on your head, man. You're good.
Oh, that's gross. That's gross.
So CSA eventually put 12th. Virginia out. 5th New Hampshire should get that flag.
Kill that man. Guys.
Yeah.
Guys.
Hey. Should have been down a little sooner, but you know, you take the wins when you get them. So CSA is starting to encapsulate on the 15th Alabama guys who are here. Artie's even getting in on the fun here. 6 minutes left.
Flag, you good?
That was beautiful. Keep going, keep going.
Kill those flags.
Make it bloody.
So Union gets swept. It's 2 Union flags down on the center here, and Union Kiev the other 2 flags. Actually, no, they lost 3. Sorry, I forgot about that flag. So Union's got 1 flag left, and I mean, yeah, this round's it's over. It seems like it's been over for a while. Union already is here. They've rolled the guns over here. Where's the case? Is it parked in the garage here? Are they seriously running the ammo? Oh my god, they're running all the way over here, picking up the ammo. That's crazy. I don't know if that's quicker than just rolling it over there over the long run. So, yeah. Again, it's kind of a question when you watch these rounds, especially with balance changes. Is it, and I mean, I've been talking about it a lot the whole round, but, you know, is it a map problem or is it a team strategy problem? And it's definitely a mix of both, but I think it leads more towards the map issue, if anything, and...
These guys fucking suck.
To the rocks of happiness.
Let's go.
Well, now there's only 3.
So, Union side, not much more they could really, I mean, they can just charge and have a good time, like First Delaware has been doing this literally entire, what is this? Wow, that's a dirty house. Also, I find the flat surfaces really funny as like the roof of the house. I don't know.
They're in the house, boys.
No one's in here. Shut up.
Hey, fuck you,
No,
buddy.
shut up.
Fuck off,
No
ice.
one's in
Go
here.
away.
Go away. Go away, ice. Go away, ice.
Fuck ice.
You're
Fuck
not
ice.
worried.
Fuck ice.
Get
Fuck
off my
ice.
property, bitch. Illegal.
Get off my property. This is United States government property, punk.
And
We're all honky.
IBPA will sweep through that. Meanwhile, Union right side, they're making some effort here, but yeah, there's not enough time. It was, yeah.
Right here. Hey, Arch, just start having them shoot. Start shooting.
Got him in the crossfire, boys. Keep it up.
Charge.
Yeah, we gotta kill these bed sheet wearing.
Oh, they know we're here.
Pay your taxes, you fucker! Pay them!
Watch this lead. Watch this.
Come here! Come here, you bastard!
Get
Yeah,
set.
beat one for you. Yeah,
All
you're
we
good.
can do here is die.
Go. All we can do is keep on going.
Yep, they get the mentality. Looks like some Union bonsai'd up the center as well, but didn't work. Let's follow our glorious Union
I got you.
soldiers here as they charge in valiantly.
East side of fence. East side of fence.
They have to knock CSA down a half morale stage in a minute 15.
Hey,
It's
guys,
never been
guys,
done
kill the
before,
arty, kill the arty, kill
but
the
that's
arty,
why you
kill
play
the
the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's to push forward, win, knock them down, do the impossible, kill an artilleryman, and win the game.
arty. Guys, go right in. Go right in. Go right in. Go right in.
Oh, spread it, Lance. Spread it. Oh, embrace it. Embrace it.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You guys suck. Pussy boy, all suck. Go home, Yankee. Go home. Go home, Yankee. This is our land. This is our land. Go home, Yankee. You missed.
Fuck the Yanks.
You missed. Keep fucking pushing. Get these fucking.
But unfortunately, that did not happen. I guess we gotta run the map back until it does. Here comes some more Union.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Go, go, go. Trash. Garbage. All of you.
Motherfucker, you're garbage.
They're weak.
They've been listening to Yankee propaganda all week long. It's over for them.
So that's going to be our first round here. Well, the clock never hit 0. We'll say. So, yeah, I mean, I don't feel like there's a whole lot more to say than that. I mean, really rough map for Union. It's a difficult situation, as they say. But, you know, you can still lose and put up a good fight. Union kind of did that. There were some decisions, people sitting back. Coordination was not necessarily all there, although it's, you know, it's difficult to do that. So, yeah. Next map, it's going to be, I feel like a similar thing, except the inverse, where the attackers have that advantage. But, oh well. I wish we could get more reason behind some of these balance changes, but, you know, it is what it is. Looks like 5th New Hampshire might be balancing back. I'll confirm that as we get to our second round. Anyways, I will see you all there shortly for that. And here we are with the start of our second round. South Woodlot. If you'll notice, there's a lot of wood. Anyways, South Woodlot is a heavily biased map to the CSA attacking side. The CSA, they have the 18th Minnesota. Is that true? You know, it's also a good thing to look. Oh, it's wrong on the website I have. Anyways, balance is 309. CSA up by 3 right now. Artillery-wise, there is no arty. Why would you expect artillery in the woods? Anyways, Yeah, CSA's up by 3. It looks like it's 18th Mississippi and 2nd Mississippi, so apologies there. The website I looked at's wrong. I was so confused. I'm like, why does CSA have the 18th Minnesota and the 2nd Minnesota? Anyways, they got the 18th Mississippi and the 2nd Mississippi. The CSA does. The 18th Mississippi has the option of the Enfield, Springfield 55, and the Springfield 42. So they got the buck and ball, and they also have, as mentioned again, the 2nd Mississippi. They have the option of the Enfield and the Springfield 42. Union, on the other hand, they got the 28th New York with the Mississippi, and they've got the 14th Indiana with the Springfield 61. Don't know the exact ticket balance of this map. However, the defenders were given 3% more tickets, which the attackers won this map by a lot more than the previous map, but yet the developers gave the defenders way more tickets on the previous map than this one. That makes no sense at all. South Woodlot, CSA's got the buck and the ball. It's shotguns. You're fighting in the woods. Why would Union want Mississippi's, which are great at shooting? They're shorter in length too. So I think, and the buck and ball is just going to shred through. So Union's going to have a really hard time. The only shot Union has is playing some guerrilla warfare or defeating CSA detail or CSA making a mistake, which can be difficult. So point of contention, looks like Union's not fighting it at all. Looks like Union's maybe trying to catch CSA off guard. Union main spawn is in the opening over here. CSA also came at it from a different direction because CSA main spawn is over there. So Union trying to potentially catch the CSA off guard with this move, which unfortunately does not seem to have the sweeping results that Union would need for it to be effective. Although they do have a nice little flank on banners here. Also, we'll note that 5th New Hampshire bounced back over to the Union side, so appreciate them bouncing on both rounds tonight.
That's what she said.
So, CSA are doing a good thing here. They're just grouping up and they're charging in. It's really good to see on their part. CSA stuck together tonight, and you're generally going to do good things if you do that in War of Rights. So, the CSA side has swept up and hit them. I mean, that's the thing, right? When a defender spread themselves out, especially on a large map like this, if you're an attacker, I mean, okay, at the beginning of the round, right, defenders are going to spread themselves out pretty far because they don't necessarily know where the attackers are going to go. And if you're a defender, you don't want to leave one of your defensive spots wide open for an attacker to hit, to get behind you or flank, right? That makes sense. And if you're an attacker, right, if you just group up and charge one of the flanks right away, now it's going to be a little harder to maybe find a flank on a big map like this in the woods. But if you find a flank, if you're an attacker, just hit it. The beauty, could argue, about War of Rights is, I mean, again, we look at the balance, right? It's generally even. And so if one team is very spread out and your team is clumped up, that probably means the spread out team is very thin in their line. And so you can just, you know, hit one of the sides and you'll probably outnumber them. It's a very similar thing to what I'll say. If you're a group and you're surrounded, just punch out. Both sides of even numbers. Your opponent's probably not going to outnumber you if your whole team's surrounded by the opponent. So it looks like you had some charging over here as well. First Delaware doing more shenanigans here. 15th Alabama stopped them. So, and I mean, tickets already. Union's out of 4th of morale stage. CSA a little into battle already.
Hey, Yankees up there. Independent fire! Front! Line him up! Cut him up!
Get in cover, get in cover, get in cover, get in cover, get in cover.
Bucket ball.
Get in cover.
Get in cover to reload.
Protect yourself while you're reloading, CQB.
Stay back, Samuel. Stay back, buddy. Protect me, tree. Do a flag orgy.
So, CSA for now content with a shootout, obviously picking apart Union groups that like to spread themselves out, assuming they have the manpower. So, you can hear CSA talking about to not early cap. If they do early cap, it'll stop the black timer. Kind of mentioned this last round. If you capture the point before the defenders hit breaking, you early cap the point, stops the black timer. If you're an attacker, at that point you can hold the point for a certain amount of time, and if you do that, you can win. However, the other part is that if that defending team retakes the point and captures it back, then if they're down on tickets, which Union is right now, they will go up to the percentage of tickets that the attacking team is at. So if you're an attacker and you're dealing a sufficient ticket loss to the defending team, you know, there's no really reason for you to early cap unless the defenders, you know, sit back in their main spawn and turtle to where you can't deal any ticket loss to them.
Look, wait, we got plenty of wood here. We can make another one. We'll be fine. Keep working on it, then, boy.
Are we sure we aren't in like a carnival game right now? Shooting turkeys.
We're in duck hunt,
Guys,
boys.
make sure we keep an eye on our left.
It came from directly north by that big ash tree where the smoke's fucking dissipating.
North. Yeah, they're petering from the left to the right. They're petering from the left and moving.
So, Union team, again, the only shot they have is by trying to pick apart CSA, which, I mean, CSA is starting to really spread out here as well. And, I mean, you got JD really pushing the pace, which, again, right, Union kind of, if they want to get a shot at coming back, they got to strategically defeat in detail. Now, strategic is seeing where the enemy's weak and taking advantage.
To our right, to the right.
15th Alabama just being overrun. This is, I mean, maybe they're trying to get a flank, but CSA smartly just hit them. The unfortunate thing for 15th Alabama is not like they have a whole lot of time to respond to a CSA mass push like this. Because, I mean, it's trees. They were in a very treed-up area. So, meanwhile, on the other side of the map, 2 Core 30th NC and Sussy groups over here are getting into a shootout here with MB and IB.
This is free kills right here. This is turkey shoot, boys. Switch to that bucking ball.
First Delaware goes in. That's no surprise there.
Brace, boys, brace.
Brace.
Run.
Brace on this line. Steer wall.
Come up the middle.
Brace. Stay hurt. Get back to that next line.
Hold the line.
Fuck your office. Brace. Let's go. Brace.
So, CSA, with first Delaware kicking it off, the rest of the CSA pushes through. And they have now gotten a Union flag, and that's potentially 2 Union flags now down. I think this is the 15th Alabama flag, yep. So, if the flag's knocked down, there's a 5-minute despawn timer on it. And after the 5-minute despawn timer is done, it despawns and someone can respawn back at main with it. So, that's even going to hurt the Union more. And Union is now almost engaged before the 30-minute mark.
Look where I'm standing. Use the angle, boys. Guys, back it up. Right here, boys. You want to be standing right on my foot.
Use the deflate.
Hey, guys, use the deflate. We want to be working smarter, not harder. Come on, boys. Right here, boys. Right here. Maintain.
So, CB and 12th VA are trying to hold some semblance of a flank there. Meanwhile, FKC and CQD are charging up center, getting another Union flag down as JD backs off. See, that's the thing, right? If you're ever going to retreat... Well, we didn't initially see it, but if you're ever going to retreat in this game, make sure your flag gets out, obviously. Also, another thing is if you are being charged out and... if you're being charged out and you don't have enough time to retreat, just have your guys engage in melee at that point and have your flag leave, right? Because here's the thing, right? If the enemy's on top of you and you say retreat right when they're on top of you, all your men are going to be focused on doing is retreating, while the rest of your friendlies, the enemy who's charging you is going to be focused on killing you. So they're just going to get kills on you regardless. Might as well stay, deal some ticket loss to them if they're going to deal some ticket loss on you. So CSA is just slowly and methodically pushing forward. Union's continuing to be aggressive, which again, I think they're trying to find some way to overcome the ticket imbalance, but that's just going to be difficult. 15th Alabama charging through, trying to get their flag back. Going to be hitting I-Core here.
Yes.
You dead. Run.
Flag, get ready to run. Flag, we're out of here. Run.
Kill him. I killed her.
So 15th Alabama will throw I-Core out of the position. Don't necessarily know if that was a ticket boost for them, but that's the thing. It feels like on a map like this, if you're the Union team, especially with CSA being spread out like this, if you're Union, you got to constantly be moving around the map and trying to hit the CSA or their weak, which that is very hard to do, don't get me wrong. But it feels like if you just get into a solid shootout like we've been seeing this round, CSA is eventually going to just charge you out at one area and defeat you.
Fuck yourself.
So it just, I don't know, it's a rough situation. 5th NC, or 5th NH, sorry. Trying to hold the right. They get a couple of really good shots there, make up for missing the flag earlier, 12th VA. And now inching the fall back. You also got 38th NC now charging forward.
Praise that, praise that.
Hold the line, hold the line.
And speaking of 12th VA, I apologize. Seasoning, he had to leave, and so we got Natty's POV for the CSA side as well. Apologies for not saying that sooner, but I appreciate both of their help, so we can see what's going on the ground and what's going on in the sky there. You know, we can see the beautiful pistol up there. So yeah. Anyways. Union lines just slowly being pushed back. Flags down. CSA at this point nearly on top of the point. Union far left is being charged out with what I assume... it's CQB in 10th Tennessee hitting some JD guys. And CSA will hit engaged, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter because CSA's up by, you know, a third to a half of morale stage at this point. But CSA does drop. Man.
Reform, boys.
And now you got 15th Alabama reformed and hitting again. And it looks like their flag either despawned or someone picked it up. But that's the thing. Union is trying to pick fights with the CSA individually and not at a team level. And so CSA is always going to be able to defeat the Union because if Union's... Yeah, I mean, right, defenders are going to split themselves up. Attackers are as well. If the attackers are going to split themselves up, the defender really needs to try to group up. You know, it's just kind of reacting. Again, a lot harder to do, but 15th Alabama slowly kind of getting shredded here.
Somebody shoot this Rambo by the log over there.
Keep it up, boys. We're gonna hold here. We're gonna hold here.
There.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah. This map, again, it's a very similar thing to last map. It's just if one side gets buck and ball, especially in a wooded map, you have to give the other team a huge advantage. And this is something we see very similarly with the Eastwoods map. It's ridiculous, right? CSA, I don't know if half their whole team or their whole team has buck and ball. I can let me look here.
See a whole bunch of them. They all scare like fucking ants every day.
Let's see. Yeah, so half the CSA team on Eastwoods. Eastwoods, for those of you who don't know, it's a very wooded map. It's a CSA attacking back map. They have a general advantage in tickets, but and the devs in the recent update gave the Union like 5 or 7.5% more. I think it was 5%. But CSA's got buck and ball. Union doesn't have it, and on top of that, Union has a special cav regiment which doesn't have pistols. So those cav regiments, they've got the Sharps carbine rifle, which are really good at shooting, but they suck at melee because they're half the length of a normal weapon. But it's very difficult for Union to do well on the map, and the devs barely help them there. Similar concept there. Union needs a boost on this map, just like this map. Here comes CSA, though, with buck and ball. And Union continues to drop their engage. So you got Union reinforcements shifting up, though. You got a lot of more Corn Brigade, 2nd Wisconsin, trying to... Union flag is down over there. You got some Union collapsing it, some Iron Brigade guys collapsing it on that side. It only looks like one CSA group went forward there. They got a good amount of kills, and then Union reinforcements plugged the hole. Back on the other side of the map, Union's trying to outflank CSA, which you got a couple of MSG 10 Tennessee guys here. And I'm sure these are tickets the Union appreciates. And now they're charging in, question mark? Yeah, they are. So kind of a mixed charge. Union's about to go down into taking losses. Neither side kind of wins that, and that's something Union can't afford. Again, and these type of maps, Union's got to have sweeping wins here in the woods on these charges. They can't do much.
I'll tell you what, this baseball game is fantastic. Jesus. What a ball range. 1-0.
It's a wounded guy, but you'll hit him.
You shooting doves out the air?
Hey, you missed. What the fuck? I see him up there. They're all stacked behind that rock. Stacked behind that rock right there. They shoot at that.
So we've gone into a little bit of a peace mode here for the moment while both sides reform. I mean, most of the Union team is at least trying to work together here. I don't necessarily know what 15th Alabama... Right, 15th Alabama, sure, they're dealing some damage, but they're taking a lot of hits themselves. They're not fully winning over here and getting a flag either. And so it's just like, should they really be over there doing that?
Like, how many reinforcements you got? Get behind that tree.
I wanted to go to the tree. Like, oh, yeah, spin machine one.
Alright, let's beat a power left.
So Union run forward, try to pop some shots. 5th VA guys roll up on the flank and get a nice little flank there. Floof wanted more though, and West CSA are starting to follow the suit of 5th VA, but they're actually going in this time.
Keep on bracing. Hold the line. Hold the line.
Both sides. East, southeast. Oh my god.
So it looks like Union's kind of slowly being rolled over, just like the story of this round here.
Defend the flag. Obama will start a whistle.
Get that flag.
Stay in office.
So CSA again sweeping through, and now you got Union grouped up again. I think JD's over here with 15th Alabama. Wouldn't surprise me because they're in a core together. Which, I mean, they're holding their own over here. They're not losing. They're also not winning. So, who's better? 3-Corps or I-Corps and company? And Tennessee MSG over here to assist I-Corps as well. So, once Union hits breaking, CSA can happen to win that point, which, I mean, there's no reason why that shouldn't happen. I mean, CSA has won every single charge this whole game, essentially.
That means you should do it.
So, Union reforming up with their main that way. And CSA is just kind of sitting and waiting for Union to fight. There is, I mean, really nothing Union could do. Union could try to, you know, turtle and force CSA early cap to try to charge it and regain tickets if they want.
Push through, push through. Come on, you red fucks. Stab and go, stab and go.
Come on, you red fucks. Hey, don't turn around when they stab.
Oh, my bad. Keep holding.
Hey, one. So 10th Tennessee charging forward, they get wiped there, but they get a good amount of kills. This flank charge might be a little important on this side. Here, let's see, 12th VA and 30th Ohio going in. Get a little wipe there. CSA about to hit, taking losses. Union halfway through that stage. Another charge or two will get Union down to breaking at that point.
Going independent, left of 58, left of 58. Push over the friendlies. Shit flap.
And here comes another death of you. Oh no.
Rambo the back, Rambo. Brace.
Mop the floor.
And Union just got completely ran over there. Oh, look at that. Second Wisconsin IB, they showed up out of nowhere for me anyways. Yes, they do hit taking losses. Looks like IB second Wisconsin kind of went around the flank before CSA flags out. So, CSA, they win that in the end despite that, and actually so much for, 2-3 charges. It's going to be this charge, and that's it. Actually, I mean, seriously, if one of these groups charged, they'd hit Union down to breaking, but yeah, this round's pretty much over at this point. I mean, Union can't really sit back and turtle anymore, because once they hit breaking, CSA can cap and win. CSA's got 20 minutes, they'll just shoot Union down, if anything. I will say, though, this, at least Union not hitting breaking now will give Union at least a little bit of time to form up, and they can push on that point. So...
Reload and hold. Stay in melee mode. Defend yourselves at all times.
Bayonets down. At the spot.
Which looks like they're now going to go in, so good idea on their part.
Goddamn rock.
Come back here, yeah, ladies.
Hang on, milk, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. I know, I say.
Forward! Keep it going.
Reform, over here.
So CQB and 10 Tennessee try to inflict some damage. Union back off there pretty quickly though. And actually some of these CQB guys are just going straight in.
Hey, ladies.
Light him up, light him up. Bayonets, boys.
And they actually get them down to breaking. CSA can cap and win. They're going to get there. Union's not even close. And this round is going to be over.
Get over here, Flag! Get over here! You too. Nice hat! Fuck you! Nice hat! Fuck you! Get back here! Look at you, stupid hat! Nice hat, stupid!
And so... CSA will get a wipe over there. They're on point. This game is going to be over. Union's going to try to go in, but that's going to be it.
Alright guys, hold. Independent fire, boys.
Right side! Right side! West! Have to get him. Come on! Go, charge! Oh, you bastard!
He might be on point, but is it enough manpower though? Probably not.
Go!
So Union tries, but again, it's a very similar thing to last map. Like, is it the strategy or is it the map? This map, it's definitely the map for this one. There's no real other way to shape it. CSA's got the ticket advantage. They got bucketball. Union doesn't. The Union was barely given any tickets in this update. Of all the maps you would expect, you would think it's this one, but it is what it is. Still fun fights to watch nonetheless. Still stuff you can learn there. Oh my goodness, that guy right there looks... Anyways, the character models, they can look weird sometimes, especially with their eyes staring. Anyways, with that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. Go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and Clips channel in the description. Again, if you live streamed or recorded your perspective of this match and would like a little shout out, let me know the link to that and I'll put it in the pinned comment in the description. Anyways, appreciate you guys. Could not do it without you. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.